Hi, and welcome back to the Gigi Naturals Homestead channel. We are in the kitchen today, and today I'm going to be making biscuits, Granny Karma style, the 2-ingredient biscuits. So stay tuned, let me get my flour, and let's get started, guys. So over the years, my mom has attempted to teach me how to make biscuits her way, and let me just say they are never like hers. They never turn out like hers. And so I'm going to do them Granny Karma style today while I practice a little bit more on the way that my mom makes biscuits. I'm going to measure out 2 cups. And okay, so my 2 cups of flour goes into my bowl. And she said that you can use any type of flour that you want as long as it is self-rising. Now, this is my flour of choice. You can use whatever you like, but this is mine. Next, I have my heavy cream, which is the 2nd ingredient. It does not get more simple than 2 ingredients. And so I'll measure out my 2 cups, which this is exactly 2 cups. Okay, of heavy cream. And so I'm going to slowly pour this in, a little bit at a time. I still have the technique that my mom uses for making her biscuits. She literally puts everything in the center and then slowly works the flour into where she pours her milk. And I don't know why I grabbed this whisk, but I did. I probably should have just grabbed a fork instead, but we're gonna go with it. All right, and so do I need to bring you guys closer? I think I need to bring you guys closer. Okay, and so I'm just slowly mixing all the flour into the center here. So what Granny Karma said is that this is going to be a dry type of batter. And so mine does not seem overly dry. I don't know why, but it does not seem overly dry. Maybe once I add more of the flour to keep it from sticking, then it'll feel like a little bit more dry, like what she was describing. I have a little extra flour to add to the mix and also to my hands to keep the mix from totally sticking to my hands. Okay. And there we go. Nice and light. So I'll just move that off to the side, add some flour to my countertop, and knead my dough. And if it starts to stick, guys, just add a little bit more flour to your surface, whatever surface you are working on. Okay. And now let me see how flat I can get this just using my hands. Let's see. Let's see what happens. My kids absolutely love biscuits, and they have been kind of waiting on me to make more biscuits since the last time I did. So they're going to be very happy coming downstairs today to find that they actually have some biscuits waiting for them. All right, let me add a little bit more and then just roll that back out. Because when I go to cut my biscuits, I don't want them to stick so bad to the surface that I can't remove them. All right, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good for not having a rolling pin. I'm not a baker, so I don't have a rolling pin. And I don't plan to really become a baker, so I'll probably not get a rolling pin. All right, so there you go. It's pretty thin. I'll set that to the side. And so I'm just going to use one of my 1/2 pint size mason jars as my cutter. Look at that. That came out perfectly. All right, that's what I wanted to test and see. I didn't test it before I started the video, but I wanted to see how they would come out if I just used the mason jar, and they are perfect. So let me get my pan. My oven is already preheating at 400, so let me grab my pan and I will be right back. So now I'll take my cooking spray and coat my pan so that my biscuits don't stick. And actually I have several pans because I never really intended to make this many biscuits. I didn't know how many this recipe would make, but it seems like a lot. So I have a couple of pans that I will be using. Because these are really small. The pans that I have are really small because I'm not a baker. So that's that. I guess it'll be okay to invest in some though. I'm just gonna try to shift these biscuits a little bit because right now I have 3 6 in there. I want to try to get one more. And I did it. All right, so I've got 7 biscuits in this one. And so spray my pans. And let's see how many the heart holds. I was thinking, this seems like a lot of biscuits, but the way my kids eat, this is not a lot of biscuits. Okay, and there are 7 in that pan, and I'll only be able to get a few into this loaf pan. But that's okay, because everybody can have 2 biscuits. I cut that one off a little bit and made a little smiley face, but that's okay. All right, and that is 5 biscuits there. I feel like I can get one more in here. So at this point, my dough is just full of holes. So I'm just going to fold it back onto itself again. Where's my flour? Add a little flour. Flatten it out. Okay, and my last biscuit to go into this pan. So there are 6 in that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw all of my pans in the oven. I'm gonna set my timer to 15 minutes. We will see what the biscuits look like in 15, and then we'll go from there if we need to add a few more minutes to it. And I'll be back. So the way I do my cleanup is I literally just take my hand and rub all of the stickiness into a pile. And this helps me to not have that ooey gooey mix on my towel when I get ready to, my dish towel when I get ready to wash this down. So I go ahead and take all of this that has stuck, and that makes my cleanup so much easier by just rolling all of that stuck on dough into a pile. Just rake it off into my cup. I can discard this. I can spray my countertop down with bleach water again, and voila. And how about that? Granny Karma's 2 ingredient biscuits. Those look incredible. All right, so let me grab some butter and go into my cabinet so that I can grab some preserve, and let's give these a taste. I have some butter and I have some preserve. So I'm going to take a little pat of butter. Oh, hi.
That looks good.
And yeah. You can eat it like that. Next time I'm going to make them a little bit thicker so that, you know, we can enjoy. I know you probably don't want preserve. You want to try it?
Yeah, you're going to make a biscuit eater out of me. I'll tell you what.
That one has butter on it.
Let me get a little preserve on it.
Oh, you want to try the preserve?
Yeah.
I made this preserve back in September. So, this is the strawberry preserve. It's so much lighter.
Hot biscuit, man.
Than I thought. Yeah, now he normally does not eat biscuits, but the girls and I, we eat them.
It's good, though.
Mm.
Good.
2 ingredients.
What?
The biscuits.
Bread and what?
Flour and heavy cream.
Oh, okay.
Delicious, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Delicious. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Granny Karma, I hope this made you proud. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. And I will see you guys on the next video. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not, okay?
Grow.
Talk to you guys later.